Are Frost and Frieza really working together? And is Frieza going to kill Gohan? Find out this week on Dragon Ball Super. No, he's not! Of course he's not! Way to go, big shocker. Frieza, duplicitous backstabber, turned out to be a duplicitous backstabber. Go figure. Although, it was for the benefit of Team Universe 7. This will be Dragon Ball Super Episode 108 review. And it's a Freeza episode, which is good. I mean, I feel like we were focusing on Frost a lot past few episodes, and Frost is cool and all, but he's sort of like Diet Coke. Wait, no, he's more like New Coke. Wait, no, he's more like Coke 2.0. And then you got Frieza, who's just the original, no holds bar, original Coke. Don't mess with the formula. There's Coca-Cola, right? So I was waiting for him. Now, this is an interesting episode because it does kind of play with us a little bit. I was pretty certain that Frieza was not going to be like, because the preview for last episode set it up like Frieza and Frost are working together. Oh, they're going to take out Gohan. Now, I knew that wasn't going to go down. But it does bring up an interesting point, and it made me think a little bit. Where you have Whis and Beerus and, you know, Roshi and Krillin and everybody, they're up on the stands, and they're trying to figure out, like, what the hell is the F-Dog's deal? What's up with Frieza? What's his motive? You know, what's he trying to do? They're trying to figure him out. And because he starts acting like I'm working with Frost, and we all hate Saiyans. I hate Saiyans. Frost hates Saiyans. Gohan's a half Saiyan, so we're gonna take him out. And they're trying to figure out what his end game is. And they come to the conclusion that he's trying to be the last fighter in the tournament so that he gets the wish from the dragon, which I would question, like, right off the gate, like, okay, how does that work? Because odds are most excellent. It's probably not just going to be one person that's surviving the Tournament of Power. I mean, I'm not even throwing out the idea that the Tournament of Power is going to end prematurely. Like, we get down to, like, you know, Goku hits, Jiren, you know, maybe Vegeta's still in it at this point. Maybe Frieza's still here. Like, there's, like, 5 or 6 people, and it's all, like, a deadlock. Like, what's going to happen now? And then all of a sudden something happens, and the entire tournament ends early. That's a possibility. But let's say, you know, because the winner of the tournament just goes to the universe that has the most members. So, at the end of the tournament, let's say Team Universe 7 has, like, 3 or 4 members left, but you only still get one wish. So, I don't know how that's going to go. But they figure maybe Frieza's just, you know, that's why Frieza's trying to eliminate members of his own team to get down just the one person and make a wish. Now, that seems really pretty arrogant, but it is Frieza we're talking about here. So, I'm like, all right, yeah, I could buy that. And then they start thinking about what wish Frieza would ask for. You know, what would he want? Now, they come to the conclusion that he would wish for Beerus to die, which they all seem like the dragon could grant that wish. They all seem like that's completely in the realms of the dragon god to grant. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, if Whis is agreeing with it, then it's probably true. I mean, we've seen the dragon I mean, it's a giant space galaxy dragon, so I guess it probably could kill a god. But that made me start thinking, like, maybe, you know what? I'm just going to throw this idea out there. Let's see what you guys think about this. Frieza not killing Beerus, but rather Frieza becoming the god of destruction of another universe. How do you guys feel about that idea? You know, because Frieza, I mean, he's been killed like 4 times, okay? He didn't get killed by Goku. Goku technically did not kill him, but it was pretty close. So I'm still counting it. And then he gets rebuilt as Mecha Frieza. And then Trunks kills him, and then you have the whole incidents with Resurrection of F, and then he gets, you know, almost killed again, but then he kills the world, and then he comes back. You know, anyway, yeah, he's been killed a lot. And you figure at some point Frieza would just be like, screw Universe 7, you know, and screw the whole thing. I'm tired of Saiyans, I'm tired of Beerus, I'm tired of this whole thing. Maybe I'm going to use, if he did have the wish, if he could get the wish, he would wish for becoming a god of destruction of a whole other universe. And so he could roll over this whole other universe as a god of destruction. You know he's got the street cred for it. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of people that are going to debate Frieza becoming a new god of destruction. I mean, he's pretty much he's like, all right, what are your references? I'm like, oh, well, Planet Vegeta, I blew up Earth that one time, Namek. So, yeah, it's like, well, your brother Cooler was here earlier, but you seem a little cooler than he was, so we'll give you the job. So I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there as a possibility, Because Frieza does not want to go back to hell. That's the entire time he's in this tournament. I mean, he's having fun, but at the same time, he's probably trying to figure out, how can I get out of going back there? Which also made me think maybe he would be fine with the universe getting eliminated, because at least that way he wouldn't have to go back to hell, you know? It's like, well, if it's a choice between, you know, going back to that place or just being poofed out of existence, I think Frieza might maybe lean toward getting poofed out of existence. I'm just me. But anyway, yeah, so Gohan fights against the Ardradian from Team Universe 2, okay? G-Maze is his name. Kind of reminds me of Billy Mays. Remember that guy from he died a few years back, but he sold like the OxyClean. It's like, just as G-Maze here with the Scrubby Bubbles Ultra Deluxe Shot, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, he's a Yardrat. So obviously that means he's got instant transmission. So he kind of beats around Gohan a little bit, treats him like a pinball machine, like, zip, zip. And we do that for a little bit. And then Frieza shows up, and Frieza's acting like a cocky son bitch. He's like, oh, I thought you could be stronger than that, Gohan. You really disappoint me for the son of Goku. And so he proceeds. You think he's gonna fight against the Yardrat, but he just kind of hangs off to the side and lets Gohan continue to fight him. Eventually, Frieza does pick up the reins and bests the instant transmission that he's pulling off, and basically almost, like, very nearly kills G-Maze, like, you know, holds him up by the tail, beats the living crap out of him, and then proceeds to, like, blast a freaking death ball right into his face. He almost barely kills him. And then so he gets sent off the fighting stage in one of the more brutal ways we've seen so far. He literally just gets, like, shit kicked through, like, 3 blocks of rubble and then just falls off the side and gets ponged. So, yeah, and then Universe 2 is looking on at Frieza, and Helios is like, or Helios, whatever, is looking at him like, oh my god, how could such a creature with lacking of love exist? Oh, by the way, Brienne is fighting Goku the entire time, so, I mean, we only cut back to it a few times, but that's like the padding of the episode, you know? We'll see Frieza and Gohan and all that stuff, then we'll cut back to, like, two minutes of Goku fighting Brienne, and, like, love can... There was one cool technique she used, where I think it was called, like, love cannon or something, but... she was, like, shooting, like, waves of, like, heart attacks at Goku, but each time she did it, she was, like, saying I love you in a different language. So that was cool. She was like, you know, I love you in, like, English, and then she says it, like, in Japanese and in French, and that was an interesting concept for an attack, I guess. As much of an interesting attack you can get, that you're literally shooting a heart beam, but okay. But anyway, so... After G-Maze is defeated, after Frieza shit kicks him off the stage, Frost shows up. So Frost shows up, and the two of them have this moment where they're just kind of looking at each other, and they're kind of like, oh, yes, we've been working together this entire time. And that's when, you know, Whis and Beerus and Shin, they're trying to figure out, oh my god, this must be what they're trying to do, and all that crap. So Frieza starts to fight against Gohan, and it's very clear right from, like, Gohan notices it immediately that Frieza's not being serious here. He's not actually fighting him for real. He does go golden. Frieza does go gold in this episode, but it's really all just for show. And so there's a little bit of a scuffle with them there. And basically, here's the punchline. And this was done well. This went a little... I mean, it basically went the way I thought it was going to go, where Frieza double crosses Frost. Or I guess maybe triple crosses in this case, because you were originally enemies, but oh no, I'm double crossing them for you. Oh! That's why you don't double-cross a double-crosser. Then you get all crossed up. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, skip to the punchline. Frieza decks Gohan in the face and drops him. So they think he's out. And then he goes over to Frost, and he's like, I will give you some fighting tips. And Frost is like, okay. So, you know, because Frost sees him go gold, and he's like, you gotta teach me how to do that. And Frieza's like, well, I don't know if you'll be able to do that right off the gate, but something you should be able to do is bulk yourself up. You know how when he was fighting Goku back on Namek, Frieza went to that, like, 100% max power form? So he bulks up to that form, and Frost is like, oh yes, I can already do that. So he does it too. And so Frieza has this moment where he's like, yes, this form is strong, but it does have its drawbacks. Also, by the way, something else you should never do. Oh, what is it, Frieza-sensei? You should never trust anyone. Wait, what does that mean? And just knocks him off the side. But it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. This is great. So Frost gets knocked off the side, pops back over on the bleachers, And Frieza just proceeds to, like, monologue to him. He's out of the arena, so he just proceeds to do it. He's just like, oh, you know, I was just playing you this entire time. Why would I ever team up with you? You pathetic, you know, amateur wannabe. You know, you're not even on the level. I mean, like, the thing is, Frieza was pretty much true to his nature to begin with, right? And because of that, he became this galactic conqueror. He had all these planets under his control. He was very straight up that he was an evil guy, that he didn't care. He would kill an entire village and snap the freaking children's necks if he had the option to. You know, whatever. That's Frieza. So he was up front with it, right? Frost was playing around with, like, I'm going to be a good guy, but actually I'm a bad guy. And I think for that, his training might have suffered a bit. His skill at... He was not, like, used to the same kind of fighting that Frieza was, perhaps. Or he wasn't true to his nature. But anyway, for all of those reasons, or only maybe some of those reasons, Frieza decides, yeah, I'm not helping you. I'm not doing this. And so Frost is on the sidelines. He's already lost. He's already out of the arena. And he's like, you bastard! And so he charges up the freaking death ball thing in his arm, the laser. And he goes to take aim at Frieza, who's still on the fighting stage. And before he can even really fire it, or even think about firing it, Zeno just kind of like, nope, and then just clenches his fist, and Frost just poofs. Frost just gets erased from existence. And Zeno's like, you're not breaking the rules because you're already eliminated. It happens again. Universe 6 gets eliminated. And Champa has to, like, grovel to Zeno. Like, oh, God, no, please, I'm sorry. Hey, man, we don't even know this guy. I'm like, yeah, I know you don't because he doesn't exist anymore. Exactly! So, yeah, that was a pretty fun moment. So Frost is gone. You know, I don't know. I felt like Frost, when he was first introduced, I thought maybe you could do some stuff with him. You know, like a good-hearted Frieza might actually have a plot at some point, but then it turned out he was always just a dick. Except, like I said, he came off as Frieza light. You know, as like, yeah, okay, he's really not a nice guy. He's a duplicitous backstabber, but Frieza did it way better. Like, everything Frost did, Frieza did way better, way earlier, and it's like, any interesting plot you could have with him is basically gone. Like, the most interesting part of it was after the tournament with Universe 6 and 7, when Frost was, like, in Universe 6, and he was just kind of, like, wandering as, like, just, like, a wandering, like, hobo, and then Hit meets him. You know, you might have had something to go on there, but that didn't really pan out or do anything, so it's like, whatever, right? But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the episode. It ends with Frieza talking to Gohan. Gohan was okay. He got up and he's like, whatever, I'm fine. And Frieza's like, let's try to fight and win this tournament together, Gohan-chan. And then he goes off, and I'm like, okay. So, I think he's still playing the field on Universe 7. He's not being very clean. He obviously wants his team to win, but his end game is not going to be as simple as just like, okay, we won. All right, I guess I'll go back to hell now. He's going to try something. I don't know if it's going to be trying to take out Beerus, getting the wish to take out Beerus, becoming another god of destruction in another universe. I don't know. But keep your eyes on him, of course. It's Frieza we're talking about. You can't trust him as far as you can kick him. But it was a good episode. I did enjoy the erasure of Frost. It was very, very, very fun to watch. All right, well, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. This will be Tekking101 signing out. Until next time, later.